welcome back. I'm Penny at Salt and Wool Studio. Today I'm doing tutorial 27. We're going to be hooking the floral abstract. This is part 2 in the pattern Archie's House. The first thing I want to talk about is what's called resting lines. A resting line is a line that creates a visual cue to give your eyes a break, and it kind of draws you to that area. So the first thing I'm going to do is hook a resting line across my rug, and I'm going to use the color dark green. See that color? That's the color that I'm going to hook my resting line, and that's going to go right across, and I'm going to show you that first. And I'm going to hook that in across right here, and that is going to give me a little bit of shadowing on what we hook above it, and that'll tell the viewer that this is not the foreground of the rug. And make sure to pull up your loops nice and high, and that will give your definition in your rug. There we go. And I'm going to put a little dark green on the other side too. And I like this because that kind of gives me a guide then. Now the next thing we're going to do is work on these little patches where I'm intending to have some color. So I'm going to take out a little purple. I'm going to do this one here with the purple. So all we're doing this time is small hooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And there's a green piece there. Perfect. And then I'm going to do another one right here. So 3 to 5 hooks. This is not very much, like this. It's important when you're hooking this to stay inside of that irregular shape that you have. And when you're hooking, you're doing the same as what we did below. You're hooking on the direction flow. So we're going to be hooking this way and this way, not straight up anywhere. We're going to be coming straight like this way, or we're hooking towards that way. Okay, the next color I'm going to use is this deeper purple color. And as you can see from this one, it is a little bit darker. I'm going to take out a couple runs of this and put that in. And now I'm not adding a whole lot. Again, same thing. Just a little darkness. And just see. This is a very light colored purple. I'm going to poke a little tiny bit of that in on top of those areas. And when I say top, I mean like the top of what I have hooked here on this side. I put the dark color towards the base of these colors, and then I put that light color right on the very tip of these colors. There we go. And one more little tiny bit right here. Now, the next thing I want to show you is I have my color wheel printed off and I have it out and I'm laying it next to my colors. So I just want to show you this now. So you see this color purple. I'm looking for the purples that I have in here. So I had 3 or 4 different shades. So it looks like I'm all in this area of the color wheel. So it's suggesting Sapphire, Bluebird, Carolina, or a real navy blue. So I used some of this color wool down here. And I think I can either go with like the lilac or sugar plum raspberry. So raspberry is a really pretty color. I may do some little picks of raspberry in there. I think that might be something different. The other color I was looking at was a blue, and I had some blue in here. That's close to this color here, so I'm thinking I may use this. So I'm going to use a little of this and a little of this. So let's get some of this navy out of here. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now I'm going to add that in. And all I'm going to do is put a little pop here and there the same way. Look how beautiful that is. That stunning color blue. One right here. Now, this whole time, I'm still working within my color patch. This color patch that is right in the middle. I'm not going outside of that. We're going to stop it right at the end of the color patch. And so follow your pattern shape, like whatever the shape is in the middle of your pattern, if you've drawn it, or if you're using my pattern, either or, follow the shape of the pattern. I have it drawn, so it's a specific amount that is going in to that area. Isn't this lovely shade of blue? I never ever would have guessed that this color would go against purples so nicely. I never would have thought that. Would you? Like, I wouldn't put those colors together. I would never think to put these colors together. But yet, they work so nicely together. It's so weird. Beautiful. Okay, so that's enough actually. I'm not going to use the rest. I don't want to do too much more than that. Now we need to get back to some greens. So let's go to our greens. So I'm going to use this green here, this beautiful, bright, fluorescent-y green again. We're going to take that piece of green there. I'm going to use that green there. I have some of this I'm going to take out again. And oh, I have a little knob of green there. I'm going to use this one. I like this. This is pretty. I want to use that up too. So, and I have a little bit of scrap green. I call it scrap green, but it's in my scrap bowl of colors. So I'm just going through my scrap bowl here now, just to make sure that I got all the scraps out that I can utilize in this pattern. Lovely. Okay. Now, next thing. put in your greens. So whatever's left here now in this shape, you're going to fill with some green colors. So you can use a plain green, you can use a variegated green. I am going to do a mixture of everything I have here. I have a bit of everything. So I'm just mixing it up here. Actually, let's do this first. So I just want to show you this. Let's see if I can come in closer. Do you see how that's blended there now? Do you see how the dark and some purples and the green is just peeking in through there? So it's making it look like it's a real bush. Like that's a real bush in there, right? And that's what we want. So I'm just pulling up little pokes of this in amongst the other colors. And this is going to be so cute. So now this wool that I just grabbed is actually the Diana wool, and it's variegated, but it's variegated on the green and yellow sides. So it's more on the greenish tinge colors. See that? Like it's got a lot of greens in it. And then it goes to a little tiny bit of a rusty color. All of these colors work well. Like they all look beautiful. And it will still be harmonious when it's all hooked, because how beautiful that is. Now, I really love this look. Gosh, I really, really like that dark green band. I just makes such a big difference to this rug. Like it just makes the garden gorgeous, more and more gorgeous. Like it's exactly what it needed. Okay, now I'm going to try a little bit of this one. Okay, so that's our first mound of flowers put into our rug. Now I have one more section back here that is a patch that is intended for color. All right, so I've chosen this gold color, and I'm going to put that in here. And I may use that little tiny bit of blue with it. Haven't decided. Let's just go ahead and put this in first and see what we have here. Okay. Two. There we go. That nice little bit of golden color there. I like that. Now I pulled this out from my pop of color. And I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to try it and we're going to see what happens. The blue is an opposite color of the gold on the color wheel. It kind of looks like the forget-me-nots, right? Like it's got that forget-me-not color to it. And let's fill again with the green. So now I'm just going to fill in everything that's left now with different textures using my greens to finish this rug. Okay, so that's it, and that's this tutorial. I just want to show you a few things here now. So you can see our resting lines. I have a resting line underneath the flowers. It goes right across my entire rug, like so. And then I have another resting line up here that goes right across. And then I put a resting line right here and a little bit right here that comes down. And I'm just going to zoom out here now so you can see. And can you notice that those resting lines now are helping to break up the patches of flowers? They're more distinctive. Do you see that? It makes a big difference. There we go. And that's it. That's this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in today. And please tell your rug hooking friends about me as always. I really appreciate your likes and shares and any comments on this video. And if it helped you, I would love to hear about it. And I'll see you on the next one. And I'll show you how I'm going to hook the hills behind Archie's house. Okay, bye for now. Bye-bye.